Today is the biggest day of the 2K26 news cycle so far because a lot of creators got to play the game early yesterday and they were locked in until almost midnight. So now we get to go over what they experienced, and also I'm going to tell you guys what I was told behind the scenes about 2K26. But before we get into any of that, we have to go over the embargo dates. August 22nd is when, so tomorrow on Thursday is when we're going to see my team play now and learn 2K at 11 a.m. Eastern. August 23rd, we're going to see the builder and the my court. Now, guys, we have only seen about 32 seconds of real 2K26 non-cinematic gameplay. For the first quote-unquote gameplay reveal where we knew it was going to be mostly cinematic, I told you guys, hey, get this amount of likes and I will stream reacting to the reveal. We did not get that goal because I think a lot of people thought I was going to stream anyway, and I didn't. Then I gave y'all one more chance for the builder reveal, and y'all destroyed that like goal, and we had over almost 8,000 people at one time in the stream. So look, for the gameplay reveal tomorrow, if you guys want to see me react to it live on stream at 11 a.m. Eastern, once again, get this video to 5,000 likes by the time they announce it, and we will be streaming reacting to it. And of course, I'm going to make a video as well summarizing every single person's content into one small video. That way you don't have to watch hours and hours. We're just going to put it into one. So anyway, Juice Man at Creator Day said, this 2K26 builder been beating my ass already. 3 laughy faces. Okay, Joe knows this is really big. He said what to expect from me this week: exclusive one-on-one interview with Mike Wang, a gameplay breakdown, builder breakdown, raw part gameplay, Braun build, KD, Wemby, Giannis, best lockdown builds, best center builds, 6-6 builds, two-way ISO build. So we're going to see a lot of builds on Friday, guys. Of course, I'm going to do a like goal for that one as well tomorrow. So, hey, I'm just going off interest. You know what I'm saying? If you guys want to see it, slap a like on the video, okay? If you want to, I mean, tomorrow is huge. We're going to actually see gameplay, but we're not going to see everything because NBA players, if you guys don't play now, even the best ones like Kyrie, they don't really have that many good animations tied together. So it'll be very important to see the builder and the my court stuff, especially if they were able to use animations this year, but we'll see. Anyway, Wolf replied and he said, interview with Mike Wang is insane. Joe said, got to pick his brain about specific gameplay details. Insane of him to want to sit down with me. It's a must watch. So we're going to be able to see a Mike Wang Joe Knows interview, which is insane. Now, if you guys didn't see any pictures yesterday from the event, this is what it looked like, where people were able to play, and you know, you could go into the builder, you could do play now, all that type of stuff. I just want you all to see a thumbnail from 2 weeks ago that I posted, and I'm not gonna say anything. All right, I've been trying to tell y'all, bro. Anyway, Vlad Wavy, who plays Play Now online mainly, he said there is hope. That's what he said. Now, of course, he's probably talking about his mode, maybe the gameplay in general. Who knows? But take everything with a grain of salt, guys, because we'll be talking about it in a minute. But this is not the final game, and you know, the freaking demo is basically us getting the game early. Whoever's getting it 7 days early is going to be a quick little demo so that they can fix some things before the actual release. But anyway, Juice Man also said, bruh, I played on 4 different bigs and 3 play now games and still ain't green a rebound. This guy said, you got to green rebounds now? With a bunch of question marks, and he said, don't got to, just a feedback effect if you perfectly time it. So once again, guys, I know there was a lot of memes, and dude, they were actually really funny. Like, there was a lot of people doing greens for everything in like 2K26 if you don't green your run meter, and it was just a lot of funny jokes, right? I'm sure some of you guys seen them, but you don't have to green a rebound in 2K26. Basically, when the ball hits the rim, if you jump at the right time to go for the board, and you know, your ratings matter as well. So if you have a higher rating, it's going to be easier. You're going to get a feedback. You're going to get a green feedback if you jump correctly, and it's just trying to show people who are newer to the game, you know, you jumped at the right time. All right, I don't think that a lot of people who've played 2K for years don't need that. Like, you know when to jump for a rebound, but yeah, hopefully you can turn that feedback off. That's the only thing I'm asking for. I don't want to see when I green a rebound or someone else on my team or the other team greens a rebound. I don't want to see that. So hopefully that's in the HUD to turn off. But this one's pretty crazy. Statistics said, RIP Sim Nation LOL. RIP Sim Nation. The guys that play 2K very realistically. RIP is crazy. All right. So this guy quote tweeted his tweet and said, Sim Nation always here. And he said, y'all always there, but you're going to see what I'm talking about real soon, with a laughy face. Now, we're going to break that down into what I heard as well once we get done with a few more of these. But I heard some stuff about 2K26 that needs to be talked about. And yeah, it's basically going to be how everyone else is talking about the game. You know, I can't tell you very, very specific stuff, but you're going to get a good idea of, you'll see when we get there, okay? Anyway, Video Game Takes quote tweeted that and said, fam, I'm telling you, delete this, it won't end well. He said, what do you mean? He said, when all them moves you saw not actually in the game, they coming for you. And he said, man, I know what I'm talking about. You will see when it's time to see. And honestly, y'all, I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, I'm more interested right now thinking about it in seeing all the play now footage tomorrow than seeing the builder and stuff, because we know the builder is like, I'm excited to see both of them. Of course, I do really want to see both, but we know that the 2K26 builder is very similar to 2K25. Tomorrow, we're going to see real gameplay, like over and over. People that were in there, I think creators got to play for like 9 or 10 hours. So they were trying everything they could, but once again, the only thing that we're being left out of, for those of us that play Park, which I would say is most of you guys watching the video, you guys let me know what your main mode is in the comment section down below. I don't really think I've asked that before. But we're not going to be able to see every single dribble move put together, customized together, plus a really fast jump shot, you know, with the right bases that have the best green windows that was tested by 2K Labs. All that stuff really is what makes the game for Park, because like I said, guys, a lot of NBA players, even the best, Curry, you know, Kyrie, all the best freaking ball handlers, they only have a few good moves. And with how 2K has been in the last few years with the dribble styles and stuff, that's a big one. Like, they could have really good moves on, and then the dribble style or their motion style makes it awful, you know? So once we see everything put together, that's going to be important. But yeah, I'm actually more excited for the gameplay tomorrow than I am for seeing the builder from what we've seen. Maybe the builder is going to surprise me and there's going to be things in there and it's going to be like, wow, I really thought it was going to be the same builder, and it's not. But it's probably going to be really similar from what we've seen. Anyway, Chamoma went to Twitter and he said, liking the game speed. That's what he said. Now this one though, this one is really interesting. This might be the most interesting tweet we've got from someone that played the game already. He said, some stuff is definitely getting patched / nerfed before release. Not gonna lie, some stuff OD. OD is just like crazy, right? So that's also what I heard. We're not going to talk about that yet, but I do want to give you guys a sneak peek that I heard. There was some crazy stuff going on of apparently players that shouldn't be doing what they were like could do, and that basically things are getting nerfed before the game even comes out, which to me, I don't know if that's good or not, because I haven't seen what moves they're talking about. But I do remember it was like 2K23 or 2K24. There was a small misdirection with like Silver Lightning Launch or whatever, and people literally got it removed from the game. All I said was, it looks a little fast for Silver Lightning Launch or whatever. I never said get rid of it, but people were like, no, that has to go before the game even came out. So that's crazy. Hopefully that's not a scenario where it definitely wasn't anything that needed to be removed. Gets removed. Anyway, here's a picture of the My Court. This is apparently what it looks like from some sort of person's recording. I don't know. That is the My Court. You got Shay as your picture. I'm guessing you can change it, you know. Anyway, King Dooms, who was at the event, he said, made a 7'4" with no weaknesses. That is insane. So hopefully we will see very soon what that is looking like. Now, Juice Man wrapped up what he's seen. He said, W2K26 event, good vibes as always. Can't wait to see how these builds feel online versus real people with all these types of builds. The builder is overwhelming at first, then you get used to it. Okay, so Cole the Man and a bunch of creators also got face scanned into the game, which is pretty cool. I can't lie. I would love to have that. That's actually really, really cool. Uncle Kano, who was there, and guys, everyone that I'm showing so far is 100% at the event. Like, they were 100% there. He said, man, 2K26 is so fire, with a fire emoji. And that is pretty crazy, all right, to say that already. But look, 2K announced the My Career trailer today, the Out of Bounds trailer, and I'm not gonna, like, you know, show you. It was a 2.5-minute trailer, and basically it seems like My Career has a lot more of a story this year, all right, you know, with Spike Lee and all that type of stuff. So My Career, I haven't played it in a while in terms of, like, you know, caring about the story and actually playing it like I used to as a kid in like 2K14, 15. But from what I've seen, it does look like it has much more of a story in 2K26. So I know the people that care about My Career are probably a little bit hyped up right now. Now, my friend, The Only Magic, he says he was at the event. He posted his swag bag, stuff like that. Of course, they're under NDA, so people are not everyone's gonna tell me you know, stuff about the game, but I don't think he was actually there. It's 50-50, so take this with a big grain of salt. He said dribbling feels a lot like 2K16 and NBA 2K26. We are so back. All right. I don't think he was actually there, but again, he said 7'4" big men are moving crazy in NBA 2K26, which lines up with what King Doom said, kinda. And then his last one was the park in 2K26 looks insane. So I don't know. Apparently, I heard that people were able to see the park yesterday, or they might have been. I don't know. But take all those with a big grain of salt. Now I'm going to tell you guys what I was told about 2K26 so far. And that is that it is better than 2K25. Okay, the game is better than 2K25. But let me tell you all, bro, please, I'm going to make sure that you're understanding what I'm saying. Being better than 2K25 is very, very easy. It is not saying a lot that the game is better than 2K25. Now, when I'm like, all right, is from what you're seeing so far, is it better than like 2K19, 16, 20? You know, that's where we start getting some, but I was confidently told multiple times it's better than 2K25, feels more responsive, stuff like that. So we will see. But also, I want to show you guys a video from Fanta, who he was in the NBA 2K League, and I can't even like cap to you guys. Literally one of the best dribblers I've seen in terms of, he dribbles like me from what I've seen. If you guys have watched the channel for a few years, I dribble to score. Very, very rarely I get a little bit fancy. You know, if we're up 20 or 30 in the rec, I'm fancy while dribbling from time to time, but I dribble to score mainly, right? I dribble to combo and score, and he's probably like one of the best ever at it. Like when I played him in the NBA 2K League in 2K22, as you guys know, I was in a 2K League tournament, and I won a $10,000 tournament on stage for the 2K League. I had to play him in the scrimmages, and dude, he was crazy cracked, right? Like super, super cracked. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that he knows what he's talking about with gameplay and stuff like that. So let's just roll what he had to say about it, and I'll be right back.
What's good, y'all? I know what you guys are wondering. Is NBA 2K26 good? Is it going to be a terrible year just like last year? And the honest answer is no. It's not looking like it. I know the bar is low, but I will tell you, honest to God, I'm not lying to y'all. Y'all know I'm a real dribbler. The dribbling is good this year. The game speed is faster. I'm excited.
All right, so there you have it from a guy who knows the dribbling. Basically, you know, 0.1% dribbler, okay? And yeah, you can say left, right, whatever, but I mean, that's what you have to do when you're playing for money. You have to play at the meta and use the best animations, but it's still about who is the best at using the best stuff, right? If everyone has the same stuff, that is technically still, everyone's at the same playing level, right? Of course, the game has slingshot effect and RNG last year and stuff like that. So that was a huge difference, right? Like it was just a simulator of where the game wanted you to be with engagement optimized matchmaking. And I'm not going to talk about that forever, okay? We could literally talk about that for an hour. But guys, if you didn't see yesterday's video, make sure to click right here because there's a lot of news inside of that. And also, if you haven't yet, drop a like if you want me to stream tomorrow. Click it, tap it right here if you want to see the stream or the video. And I'm out of here. Peace.